Okay, guys, so let's make some local beans and yam. And this is the details on how this whole thing is being done. The full details of how to cook beans and yam. I already removed the beans from the nylon where we got it from. And this is one of the hardest part of the beans in particular, because while you wanted to cook beans, you really need to do it this way by removing them and taking out the stones and some dirt and some bad ones. Because if you did not do like this and put everything inside water and cook, you are definitely going to be eating sands, raw sand, and some all these insects that usually be inside the beans, insects and some bad ones. So that will make your beans, you will get tired to even think of eating beans next time. In fact, you're going to hate beans as a whole. You won't even like, and whenever you hear anything about beans, you won't even want to dare because of the way the thing tasted. Because eating those raw stones and insects, it can really cause bacteria into the system. So I have already taken out those dates out and wash it. But thank goodness that the beans itself is really not having much date, so it was so fast for me to remove. So I'm starting to parboil it. So because when parboiling it, I'll have to let it to boil, and I'm going to wash the water away, the first set of beans, because that is one thing about beans that I don't think maybe most people know, because that colored is something that one don't really need to joke with at all. So this is me trying to cut my veggies, cutting my onion, fresh pepper, and I'm going to be using. So this base is going to be cooked in a very simple way, that there is not going to be any chicken or any fish or any other things, just normal porridge, beans and yam porridge, and without any of those things. But I tell you that at the end of this food, that this particular food really came out so good, well, and I don't really know how to say it, but it really tastes so wonderful. So this is the fresh pepper, because this is one thing, since there's not going to be much feed, there's not going to be fish, meat, or any other thing inside, there's necessarily you have to add enough pepper. So because of the pepper, it will enable you to eat the beans and yam as much as you want, because if there's no pepper, it will be making you to vomit, you understand, that kind of a thing. So you needed to make sure that you to grind the pepper and to blend the pepper and the onion. So when I was done with that, I put it aside, because it's not yet time for me to do what I wanted to do with it, because the beans itself is still on fire. It has not boiled as much as I wanted. And then I'm trying to cut the yam into smaller pieces, because this is the yam I'm going to be using. This yam, you guys can see how it is, because whenever you're in outside country, in diaspora, yams like this, they usually pack them, because they don't take it fresh from the farm or this thing. They will pack it, so you have to go to the store and go and start buying yams. It affects a lot, like this thing that happened to this particular one here. So the heat, so this is one of those things that we go through while trying to get yam here, and especially old yam that have stayed longer. So I'm cutting this yams into smaller particles. So this is the only way you can cut, so that when you put it inside the beans, it will help to get so done easily. It will have to take time to boil, it will have to take time. So, and you don't have to cook it too much soft, and it doesn't need to be hard. And it is actually the last thing that you need to put inside the beans. So this is the last part of the yam. No, I think this is me. This cutting into these smaller particles. This is the only best way it will help. And this is the last part of the yam that I'm going to be using. This is actually the head. So I'm making sure that there is no other stink around the yam. So everything needed to be so smooth. So when I will be done with slicing this yam into smaller pieces like this, then I'll have to wash it and set it aside. So him now we need to be in the other place while the beans is getting done. So while I'm preparing my veggies in the other side as well. So where everything I need to pack out this yam, this thing, and make sure that I cleaned out everything one after the other. So this is me trying to remove, because we really move into this house and we don't really have much things in it. We're just doing things one or the other. So as you guys can see that the beans is already boiled. So this water now needs to go out. This first water. So when you wash it away, you can see, look at the color. So that particular one don't need to be inside the stomach at all. It's very acidic. Yeah, you can see it's very acidic and can really cause a lot of damages inside the system. So after washing it like this, you need to wash it thoroughly with clean water. You need to wash it like about 2 to 3 times. That way it will be so clean that you don't have to, the color must have washed away. And now you have to boil beans now in the normal way. So this is the second time I'm washing it again. So because it needs to be washed. So I already set it aside, and this is me trying to wash the rice, the yam, and take out the pots that I was going to use for that. At first, I wanted to just pour everything all together, so I just put in the pot inside the water and boil. But later on, I changed my mind and let me make it a little bit spicy. Let me make it a little bit sweet. I needed to just fry the oil, fry the onion, and then now fry the fresh pepper that I grinded already, because this is what is going to make the beans not look so local like that, since there's not gonna be fish, meat also. So I think not one wants to buy this, they really just want it in a very simple. He does not want to eat. Not that there was no money for us to get all of those things, but he was the one that went to the market, so he didn't know how to go straight to the place where they are selling it, as we just newly moved into this particular area. This house we just newly moved in, so he does not know his way around, and I was not feeling too well, so he had to go to the market to go get it. So after frying my onion and my pepper, so I had to add some water inside the pot. So the one that I fried there, and now I have put in the already cooked beans. So and now I'm trying to test it to see if it is as okay, and it's done a little bit a while now. This is the final thing I'm doing now. I'm adding my yam. So because I already put in all the whole seasoning the way it's supposed and tested good, so I need to put in to make sure that the yam go inside underly, so that everything can parboil all together. So and then I'm adding some seasoning, just 1 cube to it, and after a while, it didn't really take time. Now look at how it turned out to be. So I noticed that the base is a little bit stronger, so I had to just add some little water. So in case, it depends on the way you like it, the way you want it. I want the beans to be very soft, so that the yam too as well. So I had to turn everything together as well, and then after doing this, I covered it. So after 2 minutes, I had to turn everything together. I had to take a bigger spoon and just turn it together. This is what that actually made it the porridge that it is. And after turning this way, the food is done. It is quite very local, but this beans and yam was so sweet. It was tasty, so sweet and nice. Just watch now. See, look at the color. Just look at the way it is. These two combo alone will serve you the whole day. Just me and my husband anyway, because there's nobody in the house that is living with us for now. So as we just move in, it's just the two of us. Just look at it now. And what this food set. To try you like a cuckoo. I can, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try more recipes of simple food recipe. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and share.